Evening, how are we doing? So, while I'm waiting for parts to arrive, I'm going to go through a couple of little suggestions, a couple of little things that people have mentioned about what to make videos on, because hopefully the parts will be here soon, but nothing yet. So let's get into it. So, this video, bearing in mind I live in the UK, American bikes, still plenty of suppliers, plenty of bits to buy, but sometimes still have to order from the US to get the deals or the bits we want, because sometimes we're just a little bit behind. So my first recommendation for where I buy my parts is the only US supplier on this list is Revzilla. Lots of parts, up to date. Flat rate shipping to the UK is $30, which is awesome. They don't ship the bigger parts, so if you're after seats, exhausts, that sort of stuff, that's not in the flat rate, but anything up to sort of air cleaners and bits and bobs, custom dynamics, electrics, lights, all that sort of stuff, you can get from Revzilla. $30 shipping, and they have expedited shipping, so 3 days from when they post it to when it's delivered, which is awesome for $30. Yeah, so Revzilla, if you're looking to get smaller parts, get it from them. They'll get it out to you quick. It'll be cheap. Definitely worth a look. Second on the list of parts or places to get parts is actually a place called Hog Parts. And if you're in the UK, I'm sure you've heard of Hog Parts. They do just about everything you can imagine, from crate S&S motors all the way down to little tiny nuts and bolts, little bits of hardware, clickers for the fuel doors, whatever you want. They do it. Again, they import mostly from Europe, so if they haven't got it in stock, it takes a little while, maybe 2 or 3 days to get it from wherever their supplier is in Europe, but they will get it for you. Always been fair on price, delivery's been good, delivery charge is good. I've had a couple of times I've ordered stuff from them, it's either been the wrong part or I didn't end up needing it. Their returns have always been really good, always happy to refund if the part's in good nick, you know, if it's still in the box and still in its packaging, which is ace. Just generally good people. So they're definitely worth checking out. If you've got parts you want to get, you can get them. It's all from the UK, although they import it from Europe and they get it from suppliers in the US. It's all the same thing. But good, reliable company to use. Next on the list is a friend of mine, ARH Custom. It's a lot of sporty parts, a lot of parts for like choppers and little bits. He does sort of like brake reservoir covers and forward controls, and does some intakes and some exhausts. He does like had some 6-inch over tubes from him for the last sporty build. He's a good guy. LED lights, does a lot of like the Daymaker style lights. Casey, good man. Always good communication. Cheap, shipping's good. Uses a lot of the American companies to bring stuff in. I think he worked quite closely with TC Bros and people like that. So always good quality parts. And there is the budget parts as well for people who don't want to spend quite as much. He does offer some of the budget parts, but he does a lot of work to make sure they're good budget parts, not shit budget parts. So another one to have a look at is ARH Custom. I think their website is ARH Online or ARH Custom Online. I'll have a look. I'll put it in the link if I remember. Another company I've dealt with is West Coast Customs. Now, I don't know if they've got a website. I've only ever used him through Facebook, but he's up in the northwest of England. Does intakes, exhausts, some of the, the bigger stuff. That's where I got the exhaust. Somebody asked me in the comments where I got it. Got it from a place called West Coast Customs. He was just having a sale on one of the Facebook market, one of the Harley Davidson groups online. Put up a load of pictures of exhausts he had in stock and what deals he could do on them, and made the transaction. Since then, bought a few more bits from him. bought the air intake. He sent me a free t-shirt, so he was going to get a mention, because if you send me a free t-shirt, we're friends for life. That's all that matters. He doesn't love a free t-shirt. But really solid dude to deal with. Yeah, awesome. Couple of days delivery, and again, top end parts, so can't be bad. See how I've changed my angle on my face? This last one's serious. I've been using ARH Customs in Blackpool for years and years, since I've had Harley Davidson, so nearly 10 years-ish. Ordered probably definitely thousands of pounds worth of parts through them, from small stuff all the way up to exhaust systems, intakes, FP3s, everything. And they've always been really good. Sometimes it takes a week for delivery, which is fine, because they have to get it in, like I say, from suppliers in Europe. But the last 2 orders, they've sucked, man. And it's not fair, they haven't sucked, the guys themselves. But so the last order, or the second to last order, was the Kuriaki floorboards, and they come without hardware. It took a month to get hardware, and I know it's not on them that it came without hardware. It's on whoever the supplier is into Europe. But yeah, it took them a month to track down some hardware for some floorboards, and they weren't cheap floorboards, you know, a few £100. And they just sat in my garage for a month while we waited for hardware. On now though, so I was like, cool, they've done that, they've sorted it, let's order something else. So I've ordered a big part. Like I said in the video earlier on, it's a part that I've wanted for a long time. And I called them up. A friend of mine said, oh, they've got these ones in stock. I said, cool. I called him up, said, have you got it? He said, no, that one's sold out. There was 2, they're gone. But there is this one, which is actually what I wanted. 3 days delivery, it'll be with you day 4, day 5. Cool. And it's not like it wasn't £2. It was, a good chunk of cash. I rang him up, he was like, yeah, get it, 3-day delivery, no drama. Sent them the money, did the transaction. We'd come into up to week 4. No part. Called them up. Oh yeah, we don't know. It's stuck with UPS. Cool. It'll definitely be here Wednesday. Alright, cool. Wednesday rolls around, ring them up. No, it's not going to be here till Friday. Friday rolls around. No, we don't know when it's going to be here. It's stuck. What do you mean it's stuck? Like, are you calling these people to say, where's my stuff? Where's my shit? We've got customers waiting. This is my biggest problem with what's happening. The guys there are good, but I just don't think they're doing enough. When stuff goes wrong, I just don't think they're chasing stuff, and that drives me mad. As somebody, like, if something goes wrong, I want to fix it straight away, not go like, no, we'll fix it for the next one. Fix this one. Like, everything can be fixed. But no, so I'm now, as I say, coming up to week 4 on a part that should have been here in 3 or 4 days. So, dishonourable mention for ARH Customs. I hope they get it sorted, I hope they get it fixed, because I want my part. And ultimately, I've had lots of good time ordering parts from them. They've always been okay, but these last couple have been not so good. And just the way they've handled it is what I don't like necessarily. Not that it's their fault, because if stuff gets stuck, it gets stuck, but you need to chase things. And if it gets pushed out anymore, I don't like, that's, not only is it shit, look shit on them, but it's shit for me. Like, I've parted with a lot of cash, told it to be 4 days, and here we are, 4 weeks. But yeah, I've rambled on, but that is the video. That's where I buy the majority of my parts for this bike and previous bikes. So hopefully it gives you a little bit of insight if you're just getting into it, or you don't really know where to buy stuff from, or you only buy from the dealers. There is alternatives. You can get parts cheaper and better and aftermarket stuff elsewhere. there you go. That's it. It's my little Sunday night rant. I do all the nice stuff and then make myself miserable at the end. Fuck's sake. But yeah, I hope you had a nice weekend. It's nearly Monday, nearly time for another week. Hopefully it cools off a little bit because it's coming up for 9 o'clock at night and I'm still beading up because it's hot as balls. Look at the moon, eh? Growing in the mullet. Guys, thanks for watching. See you soon.